Hey guys, Saru here with a quick update on what's going on with Henshin Engine. I'd like to start off with apologizing to everybody for uploading this video so late. I had originally promised to throw up a video right after we got back from the convention, but some things happened after the convention that prevented me from doing so. I got sick. I got a bad case of kidney stones. I have issues with my kidneys. They're telling me it's hereditary. My dad gets them. I get them about once a year, with the rare instance that I got them twice this year, which really sucked. And I ended up getting them right after the show, right after Game On. But man, Game On was awesome. It was really good to see we got to see a lot of people. Our programmer was there. He got to meet people. People got to probe him with questions about the game. We had a panel. But it was really good. It was a really good show. But it sucks because I had ended up getting kidney stones the day after the show at the hotel in Phoenix. And I'm from Las Vegas, and it was kind of scary to get kidney stones away from home, you know, because I'm not, I don't have my regular doctor there, and I'm away from home in excruciating pain, and it's scary. I did end up getting back to Nevada, and luckily for me, I had taken an extra day from work just to rest up, but it ended up being, I ended up taking that extra day just to stay there until I was better, to where I can come back home. And luckily for us, we were with someone who was able to drive us back home, and I ended up going to the hospital and getting treatment for my kidney stones so that they can break them down. They did the whole like laser thing on my abdomen, and I ended up passing them, and it was the most painful week for me. It was horrible, and just after that I just felt I ended up getting fevers. It was horrible. I was out. I was pretty much out. I wasn't doing any work on anything. I had put everything on hold, the books, the remaining assets that I had to do for the game. I had things that I still needed to send to Rover so that he can code them into the game. And then I got better, and then Rover got sick, which really sucks. He ended up getting sick after the show. During the show, he wasn't feeling so great. Something was wrong. He wasn't doing well. He had to go back to the room for several reasons. He wasn't feeling well. So he ended up going to the hospital. He also went to the emergency room. And this was about a week after my incident, if that. And they ended up diagnosing him with a couple things, and he's on a lot of medicine right now. He's had to change his diet, and he's not feeling well. He hasn't been doing good. So now you have me just coming out of the hospital. We have Rover going into the hospital, so that delayed things, and that's why this video is so late. And that's actually going into the reason as to why Henshin Engine is not going to be out when originally the plan was I was going to send the game out to get reproduced right after the show. We were going to start bug testing when we got back from Game On, and we were going to send it out, and it was going to get pressed, and everything was going to get done. That didn't happen because of our obvious medical reasons. So we are going to have to, we're not going to be releasing the game as originally planned. We were originally trying to get it released shortly after the con. We were looking at the end of September. That didn't happen. We got sick. It's going to pretty much set us back like a month. So we're hoping to get things wrapped up by the middle of October, which will pretty much be the 1-year anniversary of this Kickstarter. So yeah, let's hope we have the game out by then. And I apologize on behalf of us and the team, but life happens, and unfortunately it is what it is, and our health comes first. At this point, we're probably looking at about mid-October to have this game complete. Once the game's complete, we're going to do some game testing, make sure that we've hammered out all the bugs, and then we're going to send it off to get it duplicated. Now, the soundtrack's already done. We've already sent that out. Hopefully, we'll be able to see what the actual press disc looks like, but we're going to go ahead and show you the packaging, so let's go ahead and get into that. Alright, so here we have the what the official packaging is going to look like for Henshin Engine. Here's the cover. We've got a nice cover here. I actually love the design. The idea for the design, our #1 backer of this game, Ruben, was the one who suggested that I do it in this format with the villain looking on and having, you know, the main cast in front of them, and it ended up really cool. I love it. I like how it came out, and I'm happy with it. I'm happy with this cover. It's really cool. It's something I'm proud of. Let's go ahead and take this game out. I can go ahead and show you some more here. Here's the Obi. We've got some information about the game, a bit about our main team, stuff that you would see standard back in the day. Here's the game out of the plastic packaging. Now the actual game is going to be shrink wrapped. It will come shrink wrapped. It won't come in this resealable foil thing. It'll be shrink wrapped with the Obi and such. Here's the inner packaging. Obviously the disc is blank because there's no actual, we haven't pressed the disc yet. Okay, so next we're gonna go ahead and take a look at the packaging for the soundtrack CD. Here's the cover for it. It's basically the original design. I had showed off this design for the Kickstarter, but it wasn't finished. I hadn't finished the design. I had an idea of how I wanted to do it. Something simple, something cute, but I never ended up finishing it. So here is what the finished design looks like, and it came out pretty cool. A lot of pinks, a lot of blacks. Your typical Henshin Engine colors are, you know, pink, red, white. So I thought I'd give this one black accents, and gave it a spine very similar to what you would see on a PC Engine game, except that I labeled it audio disc as opposed to like Super CD-ROM or CD-ROM, just so that it looks nice on the shelf there. You can have your PC Engine version and your audio version, and when I end up making the behind the scenes DVD, the DVD is also going to have a very similar spine. So here's some information. The inside is going to change. I'm not going to have Simon's picture in there. I'm actually going to illustrate it because I'm doing illustrated pictures of all of us, which will also be presented in the credits for the game. But there you have it. That's what the CDs look like, and I've got one other thing to show you guys here, which I really like, and it came out really cool. So on to the next item. Do you guys remember for the Kickstarter I said that I was going to that we were going to include a fake telephone card, and that was originally going to be on like a glossy finish cardboard stock type of like plastic, kind of like actual telephone cards that you could buy at like 7-Eleven, right? And it was just going to have like Yuki's image and like a fake barcode. But one of the team members was like, well, what are you going to do? You talked about how you wanted to give something special to the PC Engine backers for having to wait. So he was like, you know, instead of making those telephone cards, which is kind of something that never really got big outside of Japan, we don't have, you know, in America, people don't really understand. People were getting confused and said, how does a phone card work? So instead of doing the phone card, I'm going to make these plastic ID badges, which ended up looking really cool. It's basically going to be like Yuki's JEC ID. You know, it's a lanyard with a ID holder and case, and it's basically as if it would be her ID card. And then on the back, I'm going to have a cool like Henshin Engine design with Yuki and Jenny, as you see here in this video. And it ended up really cool, and we made it out of this hard plastic here, so it's like a real ID card, like a real ID, you know, as if it was going to be like Yuki's ID card. And it ended up really cool. Let's go ahead and show you the design in the back, which I think is really cool. I like it. We've got Yuki, Jenny, and Shido. We see a lot of Shido now that he's been implemented into the game. I uploaded the last update video, introduced Shido, and we're going to see a lot of him in both the comic book and the game. I also want to go ahead and show you guys some game footage. Some of it you've already seen, but I wanted to upload newly taken video of all the stages, so I'm going to go ahead and show you that right now, and take a look. This is the first stage, stage 00, which is the FX unit training slice. The West Tone inspired stage, Oni Island. Some broom riding witch mayhem with satin 50%. Bats, zombies, and vampire slaying in Castle Vampire's Eve. Going back to prehistoric times with Badonk Grand Adventures. Take the battle into the sky with the gods of lightning. And finally, Electric Cyber Troopers Zapman. We're not going to go into the last stage here because we're going to keep that a surprise for the actual game. So you've got that to look forward to. Alright guys, so that does it for this update video of Henshin Engine. We are going to go ahead and show off some more stuff as soon as it comes in. We should be getting the books here soon, and the actual treasure box itself. So once we have the treasure box in, we're going to go ahead and show you what all the contents inside of the treasure box will look like. So stay tuned guys, and thank you for your support. Bye-bye.